Welcome to the 2022 Golf Summer Series race number 3. Today we're here in the Texas World Speedway for the Buc-ee's 350. For today, 38 drivers and teams head to the Lone Star State to this big and wide racetrack that proves that everything's bigger in Texas. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup. So on the pole we have the 19 of Caleb Rose and Exzel the 37 of Owen Miles. Row 2, Richard Herman and Ryan Wilson. Row 3, Noah Clifton and Matthew Hill. Row 4, RC Gamer and Joe T. Row 5, Brady Carruthers and Xavier. Row 6, to Atlanta teammates Keisha Anderson and Random J. Row 7, Alex Cass Stevens and Matthew Burnett. Row 8, 2020 winner of this race, Dana Matteillo and Andrew Williams. Row 9, Jason Albert, who as the owner has won the past 2 Texas World races, and next to the 10 of Ross McMarola. Row 10, defending series champion, a Texas native hoodlum, and this pal on the 7. Row 11, Kellen Baker and Kyle Salmon. Row 12, Nathan Stapleton and David Johnson. Row 13, Bradley Reim and Lipsy. Row 14, Armory Digital winner Jordan Stout and Trey Smith. Row 15, Aiden Robertson and Gaming Freak. Row 16, Roberto Crown Jr. winner for the last race at Vancouver, Wyatt Roberts in the 42. Row 17, another Texas native, Johnny Hernandez and Jordan Forbes. Row 18, Nathan Barrett and Dan McMarola. And final row 19, Nick Sand the 20, and the 16 of Brendan Beal. And now it is time for the starting command here in Texas World.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at the track info here for today's race. So we're going to go 38 laps on this 2-mile long D-shaped oval with 22 degrees of banking in the turns. And as for water here in College Station, 83 degrees Fahrenheit with 1 mile per hour towards the southeast. Currently the hottest and windiest GSS race so far this year. And take a look at the past winners there, Dan Matteillo in 2020 and his movement in 2021, both Albert Racing Chevys. Hope everyone's having a good day here thus far. I just want to thank everyone who has supported the Golf Summer Series so far this year. We've had great views for our past 2 races, and hopefully that can continue on for the rest of the summer. And I also have to apologize for my voice not really sounding normal. I've had an allergy the past couple of days, but hopefully it'll get better as soon as possible, especially for these next couple of GSS races. With that being said, the pace car takes the turn down pit road, with the sellout crowd all on their feet here at Texas World, as Caleb Rose and Owen Miles lead the field to green here in the Buc-ee's 350. And already at the start, Noah Clifton making it 3 wide for third, with Joe T possibly doing the same in the 8 car, but in the middle, going into turn number 1. On the back straightaway, Miles and Rose still side by side, but Clifton for Gertman on the inside is going to challenge those 2 drivers for the lead. As they head into turn number 3, much of this pack already 3 wide in just the first lap. Carol Wills moved down to the inside, black Noah Clifton, as they're still 3 wide behind him for second. Coming to complete the first lap here at Texas World will be Caleb Rose in 19, who leads lap number 1. Clifton side by side there with Richard Herman, as Keisha Anderson, the 24, makes it wide there going into turn number 1, as he's still 3 wide with his team at Random J and Ryan Wilson. It looks like Herman's going to move up to the outside, try to block Owen Miles. That's only going to cause the 95 to lose ground, and she's now stuck 3 wide on the outside, almost right up against that wall. As we go into turn number 3, you can see this front group is 3 deep behind the leaders, as there is a sizable gap between this front group and the rest of the other drivers, with that second group led by Matteillo and Hoodlum, among others. Coming towards the travel once again, Caleb Brills will lead the second lap here at Texas World. As here comes the 33 of Xavier almost out of nowhere, almost making it 4 wide going into turn number 1. But thankfully, Cook were able to sort that out. And even though you can go 3 wide very comfortably here, you probably should not go 4 wide, but it looks like Cass Stevens is going to try to challenge that motive as he goes 4 wide, with 2 of those drivers being affiliate teammates. He makes contact with Richardson. He turns Richardson down the back. The AFFILIATION champion tries to save it. Looks like he will. Wow, what an incredible save for Keith Richardson. Did not get any damage at all for that 24. But I'll bring out our first caution today already here at Texas World. Man, that was such a great save there by Keith Richardson. Very fortunate he did not get any damage there. As looks like the winner that time by was the 19 of Caleb Rose. And even though Joe T is currently in front of everyone for some reason there, he's currently listed as the second place driver, with RC Gamer in the 1, currently in 3rd. Followed by Noah Clifton in the 76 in 4th, 33 of Xavier in 5th, the 18 of Braden Carruthers in 6th, 95 of Herman in 3rd, Random J in the 53 in 8th, Matthew Burdett in 9th, and Owen Miles running off the rest of the top 10. And you can see the 19 of Rose going to get back that first place spot. We'll see if anyone comes down pit road this time by. It was like we do have a few takers, Joe TDA car being one of them, followed by Richard Herman in 95 and Owen Miles in 37. All 3 of those drivers being inside the top 10 up until this point. Actually, no, we got more drivers. Dave Matteillo in the 17 and the 22 Trey Smith, all already coming down pit road. But anyways, let's take a look at the instant replay to see what caused our first caution today and how Keith Richardson was able to avoid getting any damage. So I mentioned before this wreck happened how 4 wide simply just does not work here. And this is a good example why, especially in these turns, as this happened coming off turn number 2. So Cass Stevens makes it 4 wide on the 24, 53, and 95. Richie comes down on Cass Stevens, and Cass Stevens just turns the 24. Since the 24 spinning down the backstretch apron and barely misses that wall there. That was an incredible miss there by the AFFILIATION champion. Go on board to 24 Richardson here. So I think maybe Random either made contact with the 24 or Random got close to the 24, which led Keyshawn to have a reaction there. And then Cass Stevens just turns him, and you can see, my God, the wall is literally like feet away from Richardson there. Again, a great miss to the 24. Just go on board with Cass Stevens here, see his point of view. Yeah, Richardson definitely came down on the 12. After that, just turned to 24 again. Those 2 are affiliate teammates. Definitely make an interesting meeting with those 2. As Cass Stevens nearly could have caused a wreck there as he merged back onto the track. But anyways, under caution here for Keith Richardson and an incredible save here at Texas World. We'll be right back with you guys after this. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Texas World. We're about to go back green after the 24 Keith Richardson got turned by his affiliate teammate Alex Cass Stevens on the back straightaway. Thankfully for Richardson, he did not get any damage at all to his 24 and will continue the rest of this race. We also had some drivers come down pit road under caution. The 8 car Joe T, the 17 of Dan Matteillo who won this race in 2020, the 37 of Owen Miles, and the 22 of Trey Smith, alongside the 95 of Richard Herman. Currently a top 3 is led by the 19 of Caleb Rose, who has led every single lap thus far after starting on the pole, followed by the 1 of RC Gamer, the 76 of Noah Clifton, the 33 of Xavier, and Braden Carruthers running off the rest of this top 5. And here we go, coming towards the travel as the green flag's back in the air here at Texas World. Good start for RC Gamer on the outside as Burnett and Andrew Williams are going to make it 3 wide going into turn number 1. This is definitely not the first and certainly won't be the last time we will see drivers go 3 wide constantly throughout this entire day. As going into turn number 2, Rose now in the middle, trying to take back the lead from RC Gamer, has now come towards the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Noah Clifton trying to block Refrin on the inside, but that was able to work as the 76 gets forced back to the middle as Caleb rolls off turn number 4, take the lead back from RC Gamer. And coming towards the stripe once again, Caleb Rose back to the point here at Texas World. Going into this race, Caleb Rose had a dismal 35th place in points and only a single lap in his entire season. But he's only won 8 laps here so far, as you have multiple drivers, particularly Ryan Wilson and Kyle Salmon, get 4 wide going into turn number 2. We better sort this out quick, unless we have another situation like we had last time. So Jason Albert gets turned into Random J. Jordan Stout involved in the 11. Kyle Salmon, oh, we got another one. Nathan Stapleton, Johnny Hernandez, Alex Castevens with damage. Aiden Robertson, Trey Smith also with damage, as we're already under caution once again. And this is certainly a lot bigger than the last caution. Heavy damage to the 22 of Trey Smith. Heavy rear damage to the 46 of Johnny Hernandez. See Jason Albert and Nathan Stapleton, heavy left side damage to those 2 cars. Alex Castevens, a second time he's involved in the wreck here today. Kyle Salmon also involved. Random J, another driver who was involved in the wrecks in the past 2 races. And it looks like the leader that time by was the 76 of Noah Clifton, followed by the 13 of Matt Fernandez. Both of them were able to get around the 19 of Rose. And even though they were looking like they're going to come down pit road, everyone is staying out, as we're going to take a look at the instant replay to see what caused our second caution of the day. So this was actually 2 separate wrecks happening at once, but apparently nobody learned from what happened the last time, because much like before, this was coming off turn number 2 where there were 4 wide. So Powell out in the 7 and Jason Albert get turned in the Random J, and then Albert comes down on Jordan Stout with Random and Salmon going on the backstretch apron there, trying to minimize as much damage as possible. But then in the second wreck, it's happened right in front of him. 54 of Robertson just came up on the 97. And similar to what before, those are 2 affiliate teammates there. And it's caused mass pandemonium of Cass Stevens hitting the 97 there. And then Hernandez, pretty decent look there for Trey Smith in the 22 as he hit Hernandez and went into the wall. Taking a look at both wrecks up above, you can see Albert just coming up on Powwow. Tough wreck there for the 7. It's actually the 3rd week in a row he's been involved in a wreck of some sort. And so subsequently turned the 53 of Random J around. And then Albert came back down on Jordan Stout and into Kyle Salmon. But then here's Aiden Robertson coming up on Nathan Stapleton as well, sending him around in front of the rest of the pack, and almost nowhere for Johnny Hernandez or Alex Castevens to go. With both those cars getting damaged. It looked like Trey Smith was going to avoid, but then rear ends the 46 of Hernandez there. Like I said, sent him pretty hard into the wall. Definitely a tough break there for the driver to keep this race 17th for the point standings. We're scoring on board with Jason Albert here. Bam. Oh my god, actually went airborne a little bit there. But then he quick went back to the ground. Score on board with Aiden Robertson. So the first wreck happens in front of him. Didn't really affect the second wreck at all, as Robertson came up on the 97 again, as I said. Saw David Johnson there barely getting bodied too. And oh my god, just now the one of RC Gamer has reportedly blew an engine. See if that holds true in this replay. Yep, RC Gamer blows an engine. Unreal. At the time, RC was in the 6th position and came this race 9th in the point standings. It's going to be a huge, huge blow for that team here at Texas World, as we're already under caution for this massive, massive wreck. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Texas World. We're about to come back green after a massive wreck in the backstretch delay, involving several big-name drivers, including Random J into 53, Trey Smith, Jason Albert, among others. Trey Smith's out of the race, and another car of the race I just saw there, RC Gamer in the 1 as he blew up under caution. Currently your top 3 is rookie Noah Clifton, the 76, followed by the 13 in Matthew Burnett, the 19 pole sitter Caleb Rose, he's won the most laps here so far, Brendan Carruthers in the 18, and defending series champion and Texas native Hoodlum in the 88 rounds off the top 5. Some of your drivers also set his top 10, the 23 of Andrew Williams, the 48 of Ryan Wilson, the 6 of Brad Reim, the 33 of Xavier, and 2020 Summer Series champ Kellen Baker. As here we go, pace car down pit road. as Clifton and Burnett come towards the travel and back to the green flag here at Texas World. There's going to be a good restart for the spot of Biffa drivers on the outside, led by Burnett and Brady Carruthers. As they go into turn number 1, Maverick Burnett's going to be the one that pulls away from the 76. 3 wide once again already. The 48 and 33, forcing the 2 Summer Series champions to the middle. Down the back straightaway, Clifton trying to get a run off Burnett as it goes in the middle with help from Caleb Rose. And we'll check into turn 3. Clifton's going to get that great run in the middle and move down to the inside and clear back for Burnett for the lead. But as I said, that Clifton moves to the outside. Here comes Roosevelt from Ryan Wilson on the inside, coming to lap number 15. I think Rose barely got Clifton that time by. Yes, he did. Xavier is still 3 wide, going into turn number 1 in that 33. But this time, David Johnson the inside in that 2. As off of 2, here comes Ryan Wilson in the 48 for a good run. Once again, 3 wide behind the Blues, going into turn number 3, with Ryan Wilson having the advantage on the inside over Caleb Rose. Looks like Wilson will clear Rose off turn number 4, take the lead away from the 19. Your 2020-21 Winter Series Stocks champion will come to lead lap number 15 here at Texas World, trying to get his second GSS win after getting his first last summer at Iowa. But immediately into turn number 1, here comes Rose with another good run on the inside, as the 2 rookies, Clifton and Xavier, nearly touched there. But that dicey move is going to pay off for Xavier. As off of turn number 2, he's right behind the 19. As now he looks at the inside of the 19. He's going to possibly make a 3-wide for Louis here going into turn number 3. This front pack as they head into turn number 4 is in a 3x4 formation. And even though not quite halfway down this race, everyone's definitely been racing like it is so. As Rose will take back the lead and lead lap number 16. Front board Hoodlum, who's right behind Rose as they go into turn number 1 once again. And we know Hoodlum has 3 crown jewels and a championship to his name. One place he definitely would like to win is his home track. But as I stand it off 2, it comes Xavier side by side on the inside once again. Here comes David Johnson at 2 once again into turn number 3, as behind him there's another GSS rookie, Roberto Crown Jr. Where did he come from in the 31? But as I said, Xavier gets another good run on the inside, now trying to challenge Rose for the lead, coming to lap number 18. So back in the pack there was 4 wide with Jordan Stout, Dan Matteillo among others. Hoping that won't cause another wreck. Going into turn number 1 is the rookies of Xavier and Clifton on the inside versus the non-rookies of Rose and Hoodlum on the outside. And it looks like the rookies will prevail off turn number 2. As Xavier has the advantage over the 19, it will clear the 19 going into turn number 3. Clifton will follow suit as well in the 76 as Johnson 2 car also wants a piece of that pie. As Rose, Hoodlum, and Wilson continue to fight back on the outside. Coming towards the stripe, here comes Clifton to the force Xavier to the outside, side by side once again for the lead coming to lap number 19. Despite these 2 rookies only making their 3rd ever Golf Summer Series starts, they have really shown their muscle ever since this past restart. Looks like into turn number 2, Clifton will clear the 33 to take back the lead. Oh god, 4 once again in the back. So Nick Shank gets turned by GOT. The 20 goes spinning down the backstretch and into the wall. Caution back out. Oh my god, these guys never learn to never go 4 wide here. And that will cause Nick Sand, who came this race tied as the points leader, to have serious rear end damage to that 20. My oh my, looks like that time by Clifton was scored as the leader in front of David Johnson. The 33 of Xavier in 3rd and the 23 of Andrew Williams in 4th, making it 3 out of the 5 drivers inside this top 5 being rookies. As we're going to wait to see if any cars will come down pit road, as we just passed the halfway point here at Texas World. And even on a normal green flag run, this is historical where we've seen drivers come down pit road. And I would imagine even with this caution, even more drivers will come down pit road. And it looks like maybe Johnson's coming up here. We'll see if anyone else will follow him here. The rest of this top 10 includes the 18 of Brittany Carruthers, the 19 of Caleb Rose, the 31 of Roberto Crown, the 88 of Hoodlum, the 48 of Ryan Wilson, and Bradley Reim in the 6. The turn 3 4, we see cars come in. Looks like yes, they will. Pretty much everybody down pit road. You can see even all the way in the back there, everybody going to make their pit stop here this time by. See David Johnson's in, Xavier's in. Andrew Williams is in, as you can see, rail fan cars of Reim and Rose. No Corbyn who scored as the leader as it raced back to the stripe, also in this pit stall. As it looks like him and pretty much everyone else is going to do 2 right side tires and gas. And there you go, Clifton first off pit road, followed by the 23 of Andrew Williams, David Johnson, and Xavier. Even though Texas World is pretty infamous for his rather narrow pit road. Fortunately, we haven't had any incidents thus far today on the pit lane, which is pretty good to see. But we are going to take a look at the replay for an incident that happened just now that brought out our 3rd caution for the day. So this is new. Instead of someone going 4 wide going into turn number 2, it's somebody going 5 wide going into turn number 2. Because clearly that wasn't a disaster in last year's Firecracker 400. So Joe T goes 5 wide off turn number 2. As seemingly simultaneously, Whoopsie comes down on Nixon as Joe T comes up on Nixon. And since the 20 is spinning and into the wall, thank God for the safer barrier. As that was a pretty decent look there for the person who came to this race, of course, tied as the points leader. Aboard the back bumper of Nixon here. Yep, nothing much you can do there when 2 cars pretty much squeeze you below the apron and into the wall. Pretty decent look there for Nixon at 20, but thankfully it looks like you're able to continue the rest of this race and will possibly end Nixon's streak of finishing in the top 5 in every single race thus far this season, as we're under caution again here at Texas World. On this upcoming Memorial Day weekend, we will head to America's home for racing at the Charlotte Roval for the Bank of America Roval 300. Barring any delays, that'll be on this channel Sunday at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in between the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600. Meanwhile, here at Texas World, we're about to take back green after, let's just say some people thought it was great to go 5 wide off turn number 2 and end up causing the 20 in Nixon to go spinning and getting rear end damage to that car. Of course, Nixon came in this race tied for the points to lead with top 5s in both of the races thus far, and that's why it couldn't come to an end here in the Lone Star State here today. Currently, our top 3 is the 76 No Clifton, who's had a really strong car in the second half of this race, followed by fellow rookie Andrew Williams in the 23 and the 2 of David Johnson. The 4th place, Xavier in the 33 is another rookie inside this top 5, with the pole sitter Caleb Rose in the number 19, rounding off the rest of this top 5. As the field inches closer to the start-finish line, as we're back in the green here at Texas World. Once again, the outside gets a good restart. Well, we always in Xavier take advantage of that, though, as already hyper Caleb Rose was briefly looking to the inside of Johnson there, but his teammate Lipsy is going to take that to another level as he almost makes it 4 wide going into turn number 2. My God, y'all. Unfortunately and thankfully, they were able to quickly sort that out as Clifton and Williams remained side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. Clifton with help from David Johnson would have the advantage over the 23. As Clifton comes to lead another lap here at Texas World, it is time for another edition of Golf Summer Series Crank It Up. lap number 29 and 38 here at Texas World. It'll be 10 laps to go. And as the race for the win continues to go on, so you see more drivers towards the back half of the field. Aiden Robertson, Johnny Hernandez getting damaged from a second caution alongside random Jane 53, this Powell, and the 97 of Nathan Stapleton. You also see Alex Castevens, Ross McMurrow, and Nick Sant. Of course, Castevens and Nick Sant were involved in wrecks early in the race, with Nick Sant causing our last caution. Fortunately for them, they're mostly came up with this lead group. Kyle Salmon also got damaged during our second wreck alongside Jordan Stout, Jason Albert, much like the other two drivers as I mentioned before. So we're keeping up with the rest of the group. And we've seen Nathan Barrett's been pretty quiet all day at 87 as they catch back up with the main eye of the storm, this front pack. With Carol Bros back to the point at 19, but Kellen Baker is inching closer and closer to that 21. And you can definitely imagine Baker's very desperate for a good result as the first two races so far in the GSS season has not gone his way. Currently, all the way in 34th position in points. And Baker's going to take advantage of the inside through turns 3 and 4 to try to take the lead away from the 19. It looks like he will. Kellen Baker to the lead here at Texas World, 8 laps to go. And in a cruel twist of fate, Baker's getting help from the inside from Rose's teammate and Carter, Bradley Reim, as the two GSS veterans move down to the inside to block the 13 of Burnett and the 99 of Dan McGarrola. Down the back straightaway, Baker moves up to the outside to block Rose, but that's going to leave the door open for Reim as he stays committed to the inside until Baker quickly moves back down to the inside into turn number 3. Looks like most of this 3-wide action is calming down for now, but I think that's going to quickly pick back up. As well for Burnett, Browder's going to get a huge run on the inside, coming to 7 laps to go, as now Burnett goes for the lead. 3 wide going into turn number 1 once again. Here comes David Johnson and Xavier once again to throw their hands in the ring. 4 wide once again, going to turn number 2, but thankfully this time around as well. That's going to get quickly sorted out with Noah Clifton moving to the inside. Continuing down the back straight and into turn number 3, Bradley Reim coming with the lead into 6. As behind him, they're once again 3 wide for second. And I think Bradley was trying to stay in the middle with his teammate Rose, but quickly moves back down to the inside until it goes back to the middle in front of Rose off turn number 4. And it looks like Rose will follow as Reim moves to the outside. 6 laps to go this time by. Also, definitely keep an eye out for Lipsy in the 9 car, Bradley and Rose's teammate, alongside fellow Dodge Andrew Williams in the 23. They may not be real fan teammates, but I definitely would imagine Rose will definitely pledge allegiance to the other Dodgers up front, possibly help out Railfan get his first GSS win of the season. But down the back straightaway, here come the 2 GM drivers, Burnett and Baker, as they look to challenge the rest of these Dodge drivers as the race continues to grind down, and now Okun forcing Rose to the outside, making a 3 wide once again for a second. Oh, Rose still stuck on the outside. He's moving a lot of ground at number 19. 5 laps to go this time by, as they're once again 4 wide towards the back of the pack. This time being Owen Miles, Riot Roberts, Matteillo, and Joe T once again in the 8. Hopefully to get this quickly sorted out like we've seen the past couple of times. But right up front instead of this top 5, it's all single file of Brad, Reim, Burnett, and Rose leading the way. I'm surprised Rosen, who was ground last time by off of turn number 4. It looks like he's going to try reuniting with his teammate again as he side by side Burnett down the back and into turn number 3 once again. Burnett quickly comes to block into turn number 3 as Baker's now in the middle as he tries to get help there. But unfortunately for him, looks like nobody will join him. Coming back to the stripe this time by 4 laps to go here in Texas World. As we're on board the 13 of Burnett as they continue down this D-shaped triangle and into turn number 1. As you can see, there's the distance between Burnett and Rose into turns 1 and 2. As the driver from Florida tries to get his third GSS win in his first outside of a short track. Down the back straightaway, Burnett's right behind the back bumper of Reim. Will he take advantage of that? Looks like he will. Into turn number 3, here comes Burnett side by side with Bradley for the lead. Likewise, here comes Xavier once again, the 33 side by side with Reim's teammate Rose. As he continue off turn number 4, Xavier thinking about making a 3 wide for the lead. Looks like he will. 3 wide for the lead, coming to 3 laps to go. And as that happens, here comes Andrew Williams and Dan McGarrola making a 3 wide behind the leaders. And behind them, there's another set of drivers making a 3 wide into turn number 1 with Jordan Force and 6-2 on the inside, seemingly out of nowhere. Down the backstretch once again, almost seemingly dead heat between Bradley and Xavier. But into turn number 3, Bradley with help from his teammate is going to get a good run on the outside lane. But much to Bradley and Rose's dismay, the middle and inside continue to hang on as they come off turn number 4 and come to 2 laps to go, this time by at Texas World. Here comes the 98 Matthew Hill, almost out of nowhere, trying to make a move on the inside, alongside 2 other rookies, Roberto Crown and Gaming Freak. Into turns 1 and 2, this time by Bradley and Rose, finally get that advantage on the outside lane. We're going to take advantage of that as they come off turn number 2. And down the back straightaway as the 2 Railfan cars are still in the outside lane as they finally clear past the 13 to 33. Burnett tucks in the third and the 13 as the rest of the lead pack continues to shuffle around, including Matteillo in the 90 as he loses a lot of ground on the outside lane. This time by white flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Texas World. It's now Caleb Rose side by side with Bradley Reim for the win. But don't look now. Here comes Andrew Williams and Kellen Baker with huge runs going into turn number 1. Bradley continues to hang strong on the outside as come off turn number 2 and down this long backstretch for the final time. The question is, will anyone have time and have the ability to make a move? But time is quickly running out for anyone to do so as Reim in the turn number 3 moves down to the inside lane. Rose and Williams also move down to the inside as the 6 moves to the middle. This might be their chance, but looks like it's not going to be enough. Coming towards the stripe, checkered flag is out for Bradley Reim as he wins at Texas World. Congratulations to Bradley Reim and Rofan Motorsports, very winners today at Texas World. Definitely a great teamwork between him and Rose throughout this entire day, especially throughout the final portion of this race. And it also puts Bradley as the winningest GSS driver of all time, as this will be his 4th career GSS win, and makes Bradley the first ever driver to win at least one race in every single GSS season. But anyways, let's take a look at the finishing results and point standings after today's Bradley eventful race. So here we go. Bradley Reim finishes first in the 6. Well, it's a grand total of 7 laps today. And even though Bradley was rather quiet with the first, 2/3 of the race, that car really came to life during the final 10 laps or so. Meanwhile, Caleb Rose had one of the best cars all day, finishing second, and was tied for winning the most laps today, winning 10 laps. But regardless, we'll still get the bonus points. And to complete the Dodge Trifecta is Andrew Williams at the 23, finishing third for his best GSS finish to date. Definitely a much-needed finish for that 23 team after their litany of controversy after the last race at Vancouver. Speaking of teams that need a good run here today, Kellen Baker, much-needed 4th place finish for that team after a very awful first 2 races. But behind him, the best Chevy probably all day, Matt Burnett finishes 5th. Jordan Forbes' top 10 streak stays alive as he finishes 6th, and with Stout and Nick not having good runs here today, he becomes the only driver to finish inside the top 10 in every single race. So for a very good start for that second-year GSS driver. Noah Clifton finishes 7th in the 76, and he was the other driver who tied Caleb Rose for winning most laps today, as they both led 10 laps, and as I said, they'll both get the bonus points for that. Xavier finishes 8th in the 33, looked very competitive all day. Then McMurrow almost out of nowhere finishes 9th for the 99. And running off the top 10 is Lipsy in the 9 car, making it 3 out of the 5 Rail Fan drivers to finish inside this top 10. And now for the point standings after race number 3, with Railfan, Albert, and Atlanta continuing to hold their stranglehold inside this top 10, with Bradley Reim now rocketing into the points lead with 115 points. Jordan Forrest in 61 moves up to 2nd, behind by 5. Jordan Stout and Nick Sam fell 2 positions each to 3rd and 4th place respectively. Keith Anderson moves up a spot, up to 5th, won by 20, while Matt Burnett moves up to 6th, won by 25, up 16 spots after the last race. Dan Matteillo moves down to 7th after a mediocre showing today, while defending series champ Hodum moves us out of the top 10 points for the first time this year, up to 8th in the 88 car. Ryan Roberts up to 9th in the 42. Rounding off the rest of the top 10 is Ryan Wilson in the 48, bottom by 35. And just an interesting thing to note, our past 2 champions of Baker and Hoodlum each won the 2nd and 4th race of the season respectively. There's ever could be a sign for some of these drivers up front in the points. So next up, race number 4. It's our first crown jewel of the season at the Charlotte Roval from the Bank of America Roval 300. You'll be on this channel without any delay, hopefully, on May 29th at 5:05 Eastern Standard Time, right in between the Indianapolis 500 and Coca-Cola 600. But anyways, y'all, thank you guys for watching this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.